So, I've never decided to do something like this because of how personal it is, and like you could see my room and you can see me and you could see me talking, like you could see me doing everything. Um, I never thought I would have to because, you grow up in a country where essentially no fucking matter what you say to these people, your opinion doesn't matter. What you say, what you think, all of your thoughts inside of your head, everything, nothing matters. And I think that's what's stopping a lot of people too. For your sake and mine, you can call me whatever the hell you want. I don't care. You could call me that fucking emo bitch in my computer. I don't care. For your attention span and mine, there's a thing in the corner. You can look at it, it shows random images, it's funny, it's fine. This is just so you can pay attention to that or me or fucking whatever is in my room, so you could... Where do you live? Where do you live? Anyway, it's just... I have been scrolling a lot, and I know a lot of people, oh, what's new, What's new? It's normal, like, in this society, in this age, it is normal to just scroll, do whatever the fuck you want. For this specific, I guess, for the sake of simplicity, hi, I live in Texas. I'm almost 23 years old. I was born in 2003. In the middle of the first housing crisis, fucking 9/11 just happened, everybody was still scared and fucking whatever. I know this is like 2 years apart, but the basic timeline for those who know, I'm not gonna edit this is gonna be completely unedited, so forgive me if I start typing shit and then, like, the fucking, thing on, like, the lighting! I'm sorry if the lighting changes. A lot of this is sporadic. I apologize. I am super ADHD, so I'm going to jump from one point to the next with no fucking correlation whatsoever. This is just for the sake of simplicity. I'm gonna lay that out right now. I'm gonna lay it bare fucking bones, little tapestry, sit the fuck down, eat some popcorn, I don't care. There has been a real issue, and everybody is starting to notice it. I have watched so many videos recently about people, like noticing. These people notice that something is wrong. The air feels different. Food doesn't taste the same anymore. Water tastes strangely like copper now. Like, stuff just doesn't feel enjoyable. I wasted my entire life on a computer. I wasted my entire life not talking to anybody because I didn't have the same interests other people did, and I would get scrutinized for that. I would get fucking, casted out. Kids are not forgiving. People, when you're younger, are not forgiving. And that's because everybody's trying to figure themselves out. I'm not mad. I don't care anymore. I am medicated, I am seeking help, but for some reason, help doesn't feel like it's helping. Medications don't feel like they do anything. Painkillers don't feel like they're killing the pain. There's a lot of stuff that intertwine with one another, and I'm not sure why. And this is going to sound like some weird conspiracy theory, because essentially we're all fucking conspiring right now. We don't know what's going on. We're getting flock cameras in our neighborhoods. Thankfully, Texas is shutting our flock subscription thing down. We're not gonna support flocks being put up in Texas anymore. As far as I know, and as far as I have read up to this point, something could have changed. I don't know. There's so much shit going on right now, and it feels like these are all strategically put together in a specific timeline so we can be distracted. The government thinks we're going to be distracted. We are keeping mind of every single point that is going to be on this graph. The graph that we have been ignoring for years. And the lighting makes me look like a psycho. I don't follow either side of the spectrum when it comes to politics. I don't care about the middle, I don't care about the left, I don't care about the right, I don't give a shit if you're a donkey or an elephant, I don't give a shit if you're a fish. I don't even care if you're a little glow lichen in a Minecraft cave in some poor 12-year-old's Discord LARP fucking ERP server. I really don't care, okay? I'm gonna make this abundantly clear. I do not align myself with any side of the spectrum whatsoever. I'm not a socialist, I'm not a communist, I'm not a neo-Nazi, I don't consider myself Republican, I don't consider myself a liberal or a democratic socialist. Whatever is on the fucking thing, whatever you're thinking of, I don't consider myself any of it. I do believe, though, that people should be given their rights. Rights to speak. Rights to privacy. You know, the stuff that your family start to joke about when you're younger is saying, oh, well, you're not an adult, so we can encroach on your privacy whenever. The entire world is starting to feel like a teenager with their stuck-up snotty parents trying to fucking nurse them into a certain way that will be their golden child. And they're starting to get sick of it. And the way that I could put it is that, everybody feels like these teenagers that are like, man, I'm old enough, I can control myself, and we're going through hormones and fucking all this and that, and we're going on our period, and we're figuring out that our penis does more than pee. We feel like we're not being heard. Because we're not. They don't care about us. Data centers in people's houses, the fact that Nvidia, it has stocks and is invested in it, rest in peace, Nvidia, data centers all across fucking, Virginia. So many data centers. When I visited that state, I was dumbfounded. I was baffled. From the Holiday Inn or something, the place that we were staying, right across the street, there was a fucking huge-ass data center. For miles. Why are people why is the government letting this happen? Why are these tech companies pushing for this? What is the point, right? I'm gonna take off my glasses because I'm getting pissed off at the glare. It's pissing me off. I look like a mole rat. I'm gonna put on my other glasses. They're gonna do the same exact thing but make it blue. We are starting to get sick of this constant cycle that we are following, like tiny lab rats in a fucking field, in a little maze that we can't get out of, and we get rewarded with these little ticks of joy, these little serotonin boosts, you know, serotonin, whatever. People are uninstalling TikTok, people are fucking quitting their Facebook page, they're deleting everything on social media, and they're trying so hard to fucking trace back their carbon footprint and delete it all. Why? These people are starting to realize that we've always been getting monitored. You know, when your little fucking friend group is like over there in Discord call or TeamSpeak or Skype, whenever that still was a thing, God rest Skype. They would joke about how the government or the CIA is listening to your conversations and this and that and the webcams. I know you're speaking to me in a fucking foreign language, CIA, FBI agent, whatever. Come to my house, swat me, I don't care. And they are picking up on every last bit of information. iPhones especially, they're picking up on every last bit of our information, and they are using it and they are selling it for their own good. Just so they can be popular. You heard of Fauci? He's in court now. You heard of fucking Michigan? They're starting to have conversion therapy be a mandatory thing. Why? I don't know. They don't care that it's trying to get banned. They are fully enforcing it now. New York in shambles. California, there's bomb threats, and nobody cares. They don't care. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody gives a shit. Bags under eye. I don't have them, thank God. I've been fixing my sleep schedule, but everybody else does. I have, like, fucking... You can tell I'm, like, tired. Like, it's, like, abnormally white. I think that is loss of blood. I don't know. I really don't care either. You get what I mean, though. People are looking terrified and, like, tired, and they don't know what's gonna happen next, and they don't know if they're gonna live tomorrow with a fucking house, because the house market is going to shit abysmally. It keeps going up and down, it keeps tanking, it keeps skyrocketing upwards. There's never going to ever be steady gas prices again, steady house prices. We've been dealing with this since fucking 2005, 2008, where the electricity is going up, and, like, TVs are being more expensive, and the car market right now is absolutely abysmal. I don't know a lot about what else is going on because I try to stay away from it all. I try not to doom scroll. I know a lot of people have been doing that. If you know more than I do, I implore you to educate everybody in the comments. If somehow this video gets to your For You page or anywhere else by any means possible, any means necessary, I just know that the people are finally starting to wake up. everybody is starting to wake up. Everybody is starting to completely, like, lock in. They're locking into this idea that we never had free autonomy of ourselves at all. Women, even men, like, nobody has control of what they do anymore. Government's constantly watching. The police are unrightfully starting to deport people like ICE or whatever. Like, they're throwing away people that want to have a better life. We want to have a better life as Americans, but we can't even do that because our government's shit. Like, it's worse everywhere else. But right now we are I'm saying this in a thing where it's like, Americans need to fucking pay attention now. We are going down at a steady downward spiral that we are not going to be able to ever come back from. We don't have a zip line, we don't have rope, we don't have climbing gear. We're gonna be stuck in a fucking pit forever until somebody drags us out. And those people to drag us out are gonna have to be us. We're gonna have to leave some people up at the top so we can get down from the bottom all the way back up. But these billionaires, these millionaires, these trillionaires even, these fucking politicians, these government-ran scumbags, these pigs, every single fucking person known to man is against everyone else. The politicians never gave a shit. Who knew? Punk culture, fucking anarchy, right? Haha. I'm not going to say that here. Anarchy is anything but what we need right now. We need a fucking revolution that is not like anything that we have seen before. We don't need to be pushing down marble statues and fucking graffitiing shit and just being a minor inconvenience. Like, they can build more. We're in debt. You think they give a shit? Everybody's in debt. Nobody gives a shit to pay it off. We're never gonna fucking pay off our debt. Not in the many fucking years that we live until we fucking explode the planet, and it won't matter anymore because money is a constant. It's not gonna go anywhere. People want to have everything be digital, but that's simply not possible. People want to get rid of physical copies. They want to make everything digital. They want to do this and that, and they have all of these fucking ideas in their head to be a cyber fucking utopia, but we're doing the exact opposite. Everything revolves around money. And what better way than to prove that than to shut down all the fucking jobs, make everything automated by not people? How are we gonna get money? It's either work for them or work not for them and die. It's either live or die. We don't have a fucking choice anymore. We either work for them or they work against us. No better way to put it, man. Like, obviously it could have been worded better. But I'm in such a weird state right now where I'm noticing everything that's wrong, and I've been constantly noticing everything that's wrong. School doesn't give a shit about us. They only give a shit about the people that's gonna profit. Like the soccer players, the football players. I am not biased by any fucking means possible. I was an art kid. I clearly look like an art kid, okay? Or a band kid. Except I don't have big chungus on my wall. And a fucking, I don't know, like, the Starry Night with, like, the Pingus Eggman, Robotnik fucking on it, where he's riding a surfboard. I don't have any of that, okay? But the fact that people would go as far as to call people crazy for conspiring or, like, thinking, like, the government's out to get you, the government's gonna do this, the government's gonna do that, like, you're gonna feel like a fool after. People are starting to realize that these people that were talking about it way back then were actually right. All these conspiracies are things that people of, like, a higher level of understanding clearly knew about already, even if it was just a joke or ironic. Like, the fucking Illuminati, who knows? The Illuminati is probably just, oh, it's the government calling, whatever. Secret society, cult shit. What's new? It was probably a thing for Epstein. I don't know. You'll ever look at the temple, it's like the fucking Epstein pyramid, whatever. It's like similar to the Bass Pro Pyramid, but it's like Jeffrey Epstein. There's like little fish fucking floating everywhere, and then there's like the little tiny fetus, like just by the umbilical cord, fucking floating like a little homunculi, similar to a tadpole. But I digress. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not... whatever. People are starting to wake up. People are starting to realize that something just doesn't feel right anymore. I've wasted my life on a computer. I'm starting to get bored. Everything on the computer is the same. Every single game is the same. There's nothing that follows a new formula anymore. Like I said, food doesn't taste good to me anymore. I went to my favorite Chinese restaurant, which I have some food right here that I didn't even fucking finish eating because of how pressed I am. I am stressed out. My stomach is like, I can't eat food. People can't sleep. I have insomnia. The whole fucking nation probably has insomnia with all the shit that's fucking going on. I know I can't get a lick of sleep at night knowing that somehow, somewhere, my money is being used to fucking feed some tiny super micro soldier in a petri dish. And for what? For what? You know? Have you seen the thing where they got the mummy that was frozen and they started using its yeast? Its microbial yeast from ages ago, unfrozen, and they started making sourdough bread with it. Are we gonna make omelets with fucking, like, super fermented dinosaur eggs? Are we gonna make a poached fucking, whatever? Like, are we gonna make soldier toast with it? Like, come fucking on, man.